So here's what we are going to make for the first project, a simple and beautiful painted bottle. And these are the things we are going to need. So 2 containers of water, a mixing palette, we don't need sponge over here, brushes, whatever you have. So I'm using number 6, 12 and 4 round brushes, and these are the colors I'm going to use. These are particularly the pearl metallic colors. They are a little shimmery, but you are free to use whichever color you want to. So this is yellow, white, all of these are pearl metallic. And then I have some normal fluid acrylic colors also. So they are green, like a light bright green, blue and brown and orange, as you can see. And this is the bottle I'm going to paint. So it's already colored, it's tinted bottle green, but if you have a white bottle, that will also do, or if you have a glass jar instead, that will also do. And the special tool of this project are going to be these Q-tips. So let's get started. Yeah, I forgot this rough cloth, which is very important. So now I've already cleaned the bottle, like I've removed all the stickers which were there, and I start with this dark pink and light blue. So with the help of this Q-tip, I am first going to make some circles, but I'm not going to give it a smooth coat. I'm dabbing it, as you see. With dabbing movement, I am making these circles to get a texture in the circle, because this is going to be the center of the flowers I'm going to paint. So with dabbing movement, we have to create these circles, as many circles as you want, like it depends on the number of flowers you're going to make. So like that. Now from the other side of the Q-tip, I am going to make the petals. So I am going to make cone flowers. So they have these kind of petals dangling down from all sides. So as you see, I'm not using any paintbrush or anything for this. I'm just starting from the broader part of the petal, and I'm going upwards so that it becomes narrow upward and it is broad downwards. And you can go either way. You can do it like down to up or up to down. It's totally up to you, whichever way you are comfortable. So like that, we will make like 4-5 petals all dangling down like this. And don't worry about the shape, or don't worry about the perfection, because this is abstract or loose kind of painting, so you don't have to worry about the perfection. Now I'm giving another coat of pink to the center part of the flower, because I thought it was looking very small as compared to the petals. So base of the petals I have also overlapped with the pink. You'll see in this one when I do that. So here again I'm making some petals, blue petals, like that. See, I am overlapping. I'm going on the center part with the petals like that. So after I'm done making the petals, I will make the center part again, and then I will go over the base of the petals. That's the 5th petal, and it's a little thin as compared to the others because it's the side view. Now I'm going to make a few more on this one, like that. See, 2 strokes, 3 strokes, and that's it. This is very, very easy. Anybody can do that. I'm sure you're finding it easy only. I have not made the video speedy. If you want, if you find it too slow, you can speed it up. You have that option. All right. Or you can slow it down also. That's also possible. So there comes my petal. Now see, I'm going to dab in some more pink to the centers of these flowers, and as you see, I'm overlapping the base of the petals a little bit, making the centers more bold and getting some more texture, as the previous layer has a little bit dried, and on top of it I'm putting another layer with the same dabbing movement. So now you see the flowers are complete. Let's move on to the greenery. Before that, you can also mix some other colors in the center of the flowers. So here I'm using a little bit of orange. You can use any color, or you can completely leave it like that. It's totally up to you. So here I'm using some orange, a little bit of it, and with the same dabbing movement I'm going on the centers like that. It's totally up to your liking whether you want the center to be pink or orange or a mix of 2 shades. Alright, so there goes my flower. And I also think we should give some detailing to the petals, and for that I will take my fine detailing brush. So the smallest brush you can take. Well, that's a visitor at my window. That's a crow who keeps coming to my window every day. I stay at a place that is very close to nature. So I have lots of trees outside and lots of birds like crows and pigeons and some eagles also, and also some house sparrows. I love nature because nature inspires you a lot. Where do you guys get your inspiration from? Like from internet, Pinterest, or Instagram? For me, nature is the biggest source of inspiration. So here I used brown for the stems of these flowers, but I think this brown is merging with the green of the bottle. So I think I will take another color and give another coat of that color to these stems, and I think I should take this bright green. Now you must be thinking that the green will merge with green more, but no, it's not going to happen. Now I am using this green on top of the brown, so brown is giving it a base, and as you see I'm going completely loose way, so the stems are not even very straight or perfect. So as I said, just enjoy the process of painting and don't aim for perfection. So there, my friend crow has also gone. So I guess now you guys don't have any disturbance in the audio, and I'm sorry for the disturbance like previously, but I don't like to shoo the birds away. And this is the leaf. We have practiced making these kind of leaves, so the same thing. And here I'm not even using the brown base, I am directly going in with bright green on this green bottle, In your case, if you have a transparent bottle, you can use any color and you don't have to worry about what color will merge with it and what color will show nicely. So like that, we have 2 leaves on each stem, like that. Easy peasy. There. And now let's wash the brush and take some pink and go on the petals like that, and add these details on the petals as I was talking earlier about them. But this again is completely up to you. If you like your flowers with plain petals, you can totally leave them like that. For me, I don't have that option. If I painted these lines, I have painted these lines because I am shooting at the time of painting, right? So I can't go back and change it. But you can definitely decide, because you've seen these flowers without these lines and now you're seeing them with the lines. So you can totally decide whether you want these lines or not. All right. So whatever you like, just go for it and finish the flowers like this. And there, we are done with the flowers. Now comes my most favorite part of this project. So here we are going to take the pearl metallic colors. First I'll start with white, and I took some white, pearl white on my Q-tip, and I'm going to make tiny circles like this, and I'm going to make some beautiful dragonflies like this. It's very easy and very simple. Just some dots in a row to make the tail, and then a bigger dot or a bigger circle. You don't have to do dab dab for this one. You can simply just go round and round and make a smooth circle for the head. Let's make a tiny tip for the tail. And now I'm going to repeat the same process for as many dragonflies I can make. So if you want, you can speed up the video because it's going to be repetitive. The same way here, I have taken purple on the Q-tip, and see, I have made another one. Now I will take yellow, and in the very same way, I'll make a yellow dragonfly on this side. It's a very reflective surface. I hope you can still manage to see. So there goes the head, and here are the dots for the tail or the body, whatever you call it, like that. Let's make them a little darker, like that. So the bodies of all the dragonflies I need are done. Now let's make the feather, and for that take a fine detailing brush, and I am taking same colors for the feather as the body, but you can mix match also. Like you can take white for a purple dragonfly, or you can take like paint yellow wings for a white dragonfly. You can do whatever you like to do. So here a very thin coat because the wings are transparent. So very thin coat of the paint, and there goes the third wing. Dragonflies have 4 wings. If you've seen them, I'm sure you must have seen them. And there goes the 4th one. After this, I'm going to repeat the same steps for rest of the dragonflies. There, we are almost done, just a final step. And here I'm taking some black in my tiny brush and making these cute little eyes on each of the dragonfly's head. There, with this, I am done. I don't think we need anything more on this bottle. So we are done with this project. See you in the next lesson. And that's the final look of it.